To all my black brothers and sisters, we have to unite.
The Caribbean is full of black people. And our mother continent, Africa, there is to be found millions and millions and millions and millions of black people. Black power means all of these millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of black people coming together to form black power.
Burkina Faso, Africa must unite.
Mali, Africa must unite.
Chad, Africa must unite.
Niger, Africa must unite.
Namibia, Africa must unite.
Algeria, Africa must unite.
Somalia, Africa must unite.
Guinea-Bissau, Africa must unite.
Ethiopia, Africa must unite.
Seychelles, Africa must unite.
Grandrising Kings and Queens, welcome back to my YouTube space. As you have seen, I'm wearing my traditional cape. This is straight from Maasai land. There's a video I've done showing you this, so go to my other episode and watch that one. Now, today's message is not just about commentary. The today message is not just about ranting. It's a movement, it's a decision. And what I'm going to talk about today, it's something that a lot of people are yearning to do. And this is what I call the love that I see, or I'm so happy to know that black people are doing what they are doing today, because the black unity is breaking the system. The black unity is a threat to the system, okay? A threat to the system that only things that what they think is just to divide black people. Now, by the end of this video, you will fully understand why the world, especially the Western world, is in panic mode, because black unity is the one thing they never wanted, but it is here now. It is happening. Black Americans, Afro-Caribbeans, black Brazilians, black Africans are uniting. Now, before I go down deep in this video, there's some clips here I want to play for you. I want you to watch these clips talking about unity, and then after watching it, let's come back here. Please watch to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
PSA. It's time to stop the coonery, the Sambo type activity, the jealous of one another type mindset, the sisters attacking other sisters type of mindset, brothers attacking other brothers, Crip versus blood type stuff. It's time to tighten up. Y'all see how things are shaping up in this country. We always been at the bottom, and as long as we live, we're gonna continue to be at the bottom. Now, other races and cultures don't have an issue of coming together for the greater good and the betterment of their people. So, well, it's been time, but it's definitely time for us to rally together for the betterment of our people. For us to pull back the rings and stop spending so much and making these other people wealthy and start taking care of our own. We need to put our money together as far as investing into one another. We need to come together and build together. We need unity and solidarity, man. That's a must-have. It ain't no I'll think about it and get back to you. That's a must-have. That's something we really need to be on. We need to have a code. And if it's anything that's hurting the community or hurting our culture, and it's coming from your own people, it needs to be counseled. Because there ain't no time to play. We need to come together. We need that unity. We need that solidarity ASAP. On the real, for real. BBA is all about that unity and solidarity. We all about that coming together, you know what I'm saying, and building together. We all about that. We're trying to build a nation within the nation. And we can do that. These Black Wall Streets and stuff that we once had, we can have that and even better. I know a lot of y'all are dead set on us minding our own business. I hear that, I feel that, but we need to have put some things in stone, and we need to come together on some things while we're minding our business and be very strategic on certain things, on what we need to do and how we need to go about it. BBA is looking for all different type of skills from brothers and sisters. If you got the same mindset we got, then we looking to welcome you to join us. But much love, peace and some money.
I absolutely do not care. For me, I am for unity of black people around the world because I strongly believe that together we are stronger. If you do not feel the same, which is totally okay, it's your own choice, your life, your choice, please do not stop on my page. I do not even want to go back and forth with someone saying, oh, I don't think I'm African. Oh, I think that you're African. I do not get to that level of discussion. Whoever you think you are, if you believe that black people coming together from every part of the world is going to create some magic in the world, then you are welcome to my page because I strongly believe that we can actually work together, help each other achieve so much more in this world.
Look at this clip. Dr. Umar, he addresses people who believe in a tribalist mindset over Pan-Africanism. He says that Pan-Africanism is the greatest threat to white supremacy. Listen.
Those of you who are not Pan-Africanists, who still think that being a tribalist is better than being a Pan-Africanist, I got some homework for you. There was a national security memorandum released by the United States State Department. I think it was memorandum number 42. Don't quote me. But this memorandum that came from the CIA and the National Security Agency and the State Department, this was in the 1980s, brothers and sisters. And what they said, the greatest threat to American foreign interests, the greatest threat to white world supremacy was for Africans in Africa to organize with Africans in America. They said if you let black Africa and black America unite hands across the Atlantic, it would destroy the global white power structure, brothers. We are the solution.
What do you guys think about this? He said that the greatest threat to white supremacy was Africans and black Americans uniting. And he even said that the CIA, they are aware of this. Personally, I think it's true because if you look at the people that always try to unite us, they were always targeted. And I don't think that's a coincidence. But what do you guys think? Comment below.
This is a message to all my black people. How many times do we have to be shown that we need to unify and work together to really build something beautiful for ourselves? How many times do we have to be shown that what these people are putting out, like all the propaganda, all the stuff that these white people saying, like, shoot, you even got the Bible, for instance, but I don't even want to go there. How many times do we have to stop being spoon-fed some BS before we wake up and realize, oh, it's BS? Like, what? How come we can see all these other races? You got Indians, you got Chaldeans, Arabs, Chinese, Mexican. You got all these other minority communities. When we're talking about minority, but the real minority is the white people. How do we have all these examples of people that work together and build beautiful communities? You want a nice big home? A lot of their families work together to build that nice big home, and they split the cost and they do all of that good stuff. Why do we have all these examples to still sit here and be dumb saying, oh, well, I got to do it on my own. I can't help that person up because then they might take from me. And then that's another part. Why do you think you got to take from your own people? I know it's all about the environment that you raised in, but you got to be more than a product of your environment. People look up to all these Kobe's, the Shaq, the LeBron James. You look up to all these athletes. And be like, oh, I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my family. Like, let me get like that. I'm going to make sure everybody good. Why do you have to have that mindset when you get the money and you can't have it right now? Why can't you build each other up instead of waiting to try and build somebody up? Because in all reality, the only thing money does is really highlight how you are as a person right now. And if that's not the type of person you are, that's not the type of person you're going to be. And sometimes if you want to be that person where, okay, now I got it, so I'm going to just give it out, you ain't even making any smart moves with that. People get so much money and they go broke so quick because they making dumb financial decisions. As a people, we have been oppressed for way too long, spoon-fed a lot of BS, and we know it's BS. That's what's even worse. We know it's some garbage. But we still eating. I ain't gonna say we, because I ain't on that. But you still eating it, bro. Like, don't it get tired eating shit? Don't you want to throw up? We can't have all these examples of all these other communities giving us the blueprint on how to make it work and how to make it. And then we sit here and wonder like, well, why ain't nothing going right? Why is it always like this? Because, nigga, you ain't doing the work. Because you continuing to always, you're continuously taking from your own people. Because you feel like you can't let the next man be better than you. There is more than enough to go around. They make money out of thin air, bro. Thin air. And you think it's not enough. It's not enough to go around, but we got all these examples from all these other communities on how their families are thriving, how they have stores. You got the Asians that own all like the hair supply stores. You got the Chaldeans and Arabs owning the gas stations, the liquor stores. Indians got a lot of food markets and stuff like that. And what do black people have? We have the ability to influence the culture. Right? Are we only going to be the influence and not be able to provide for our influence? We influence different hairstyles. We influence different food. We influence different types of things like the liquors and all that. But we can't own the stores? Like, this don't make sense, bro. We have to do better as a people. Because it's too evident and too obvious when you have the blueprint in your face. All these communities are doing one thing. And they're doing this one thing, what? Together. Oh my God. Am I really putting something new out here? They're doing it together, bro. And imagine if we all came together, because we got this issue with, I'm going to tell you, these white people over here thinking they superior and they are the majority. They're not. And that's the problem. They think, and they have everybody else thinking that they are. But, bro, we all came together. Now what? I think, aren't they less than 10 or 2%? You know, they are so low of a race, but so high in confidence and misinformation that we just eating it up. Nigga, how can you keep eating it up? I don't. So somebody piss in your cup and tell you it's water. I'm just expecting, from what I've seen now, that people believe it. And they gonna drink it. Not me, bro. This is ridiculous.
Welcome back. From the very beginning, unity among black people has been the greatest threat to the white supremacy. Like just black people across the world uniting, or even black Africans uniting. And during colonization in Africa, the British, the French, the Portuguese, they didn't just come with guns, they came with division. In America during slavery, they didn't just whip bodies, they whipped souls too. They whipped minds too. They turned Africans against each other. They mixed tribes. They separated languages. They broke families. They put borders in Africa. So this is because a unified black people is unstoppable. The divided Africans and Africans Americans, or Africans Americans and Caribbeans, they told us we were different. They planted the division. They divided us. They divided this kind of people. They divided us by nationality, by language, by religion, like gender, shade of skin, even by tribe within the same country. Like this is Kenya, but we don't love each other as Kenyans. We divide ourselves. But guess what? The reality is that it worked. I can't lie to you. The division worked. It worked, but for a while. Because right now, the table is turning and the division is crumbling because we are waking up as black people. And that's why I'm here trying to create this video. And here is what many don't know. The entire Western world's economy depends on black people being separated. The entire economy of the Europe or America depends on Africa fighting, Africans not uniting, African dividing. This is because divided is easier to conquer, to control, to explain, to manipulate, to exploit too. It's very easy to exploit a country that's having war. Very easy. And that's why one of the most richest countries in Africa, Congo, it is having war each and every time, because when they fight, it's easy for them to exploit. If Africa is divided from African American, American keeps using black American as cheap labor. If Africans are divided from each other, Europe keeps stealing Africans' product resources. So it is the system, the same system, but different faces. White power was built on black disunity. Yeah, but that dynamic is breaking right now. It is breaking right now. Right now, if you listen to African Union talking about creating one passport, if you look at the countries like Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, joining hands, it's showing something. It is showing something. Look at African Americans right now talking about moving to Ghana, moving to Kenya, to Tanzania. It's showing something. And they are seeing it. They are seeing it and they are panicking. Now let me break this. We have signs that shows black unity is happening. I know a lot of you maybe don't agree that there is black unity, but at least we have signs that I've come across. We have something called cultural connection. From Lagos to New York, Kingston, Jamaica to Accra, Ghana. Afrobeat is global, like hip-hop in Africa, or hip-hop is Africa. Arabian dance and styles are mixing with the African style, and no borders exist anymore. That this dance is from Nigeria. No borders exist anymore. Right now, many black people in the diaspora are investing in in African countries. In Ghana, they created, and we call it the year of return. And black Americans are buying land and building businesses connected with their roots. Okay, platforms like this, what I'm using, YouTube, and the other platforms, they are breaking down those old walls. Okay, black people globally are starting or are sharing knowledge. I talk to black Americans. We share knowledge to each other. They tell me what I don't know about black Americans. I tell you what they want to know about Kenya. And look at movements like Pan-Africans rising again. Young black politicians are standing up in Africa and the diaspora. Malcolm X said that back then, that you can't separate the struggle of black people in America from the struggle of black people in Africa. You can't separate. And we see it. That's why I see some people are scared, some systems are scared because of the unity that is coming along. The unity is power. And this unity can't be stopped anymore. Okay? Remember, we are number one in technology. They can't control what we see anymore. They can't filter out African voices. Social media explode or expose their lies. Now a brother in Harlem can connect with a brother in Nairobi, Kenya, and we live like families. Right now, a brother from Kingston, Jamaica can connect with me through social media, and we meet and we are as families. You know, more black people are learning the truth about money. We are buying land right now. Black Americans are buying land right now, starting business, teaching kids about wealth. The day of just being consumers, it's ending. We are no longer consumers. We are reconnecting to who we really are. Black Americans are reconnecting to their ancestors. Africans are reconnecting to their ancestors. Caribbeans are reconnecting to their ancestors, to who we really are. We are reconnecting beyond religion, beyond politics, and we are remembering that Before the chains, black people were kings and queens. Before the chains, black people were scholars. Before the chains, black people were scientists. Black people were building. Just look around. America is struggling. Europe is broke. BRICS nations rising. African nations are standing to say, we don't need IMF. We don't need World Bank. We don't need the West. Right now, Africans are standing and saying that we need our freedom, we need our liberation, we need our own currency, we need our own language, we need to wear our attires, natural attires. And they can't stop that shift. They cannot stop that shift. They created artificial borders in Africa, but we are breaking them mentally. They called artificial faces divides, between, they created artificial faces division between black Americans or black Africans and African Americans. But now we are burning these bridges. We are burning it down completely. And the reason why I'm saying they are panicking is because their media is panicking. You have media panic. Suddenly, white media is focusing on Africa rising debt, but they never talked about how they kept Africa poor in their first place. They're talking about reparation, but they cannot talk about how we came to ask for reparation. Right now, you see a random European or American commentator saying that don't go to Africa, it is dangerous. That's panic. That is panic speaking. Yeah. Leaders who stand up to the West are suddenly getting sanctions. Like they're calling cooks, they're being called dictators by the BBC or another media. They want to stabilize the African strength. And that's why they put lies on Ibrahim Traore. They will say a lot about him. But we as black people, I think we have made a decision. We don't give a damn. We are moving. We are uniting. The Gen Zs too are doing the job. White Gen Zs are mixing with white black kids. They don't care anymore. Right now you see white influencers started wearing African hairstyle, African, music. They want to copy it, Afrobeat. They want to use our dances. Now they want black people to be black people. They don't want black people to be united. That's panic. It's fear. It's desperation. That way shows that they can't stop what's coming on their way. Okay? Now let me speak something directly to my brothers and sisters in the United States. My black Americans family. You are the key. You have faced the belly of the beast for 400 years. You fought through slavery. You fought through Jim Crow. You fought through police brutality. And you are still standing. Your courage, your fight, your creativity is admired across the world. Now, it is the time to connect with Africa. It's the time to use what you got to help the mother Africa. Okay? It is no longer us versus them. It's we, black people, versus them. Okay? It's not about returning to Africa for everybody, but it's about connecting, collaborating, investing, uniting mentally. And the oppressor fears one thing: a black American businessman linking with a Nigerian tech company, a Jamaican musician building with a Kenyan producer, a black professor in Atlanta building schools in Ghana. They fear it, they fear that, they fear what black Americans are doing to Africa. So Africa is not just the motherland by birth. Africa is an economic motherland. Africa is the last resource-rich continent. Africa, like every mineral, every resources, everything the West uses to survive comes from Africa, from African soil. You can name it. Gold mines, oil, cobalt, their phones, their iPhones, is being built with Africa. They use their lithium for their electricity. And guess what? Who doesn't benefit? Black Americans or Africans does not benefit, That's not changing. Companies like, or countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger are standing up against this. This is what they are fighting. Kicking out Western unions. Rejecting their fake currency, saying no more. And they are not alone. They are not alone. Kenya is rising. Ghana is speaking. Senegal just elected young leader just recently. And we want more young leaders to have these seats. We need more young leaders. And that, and this is a moment that when black unity fully connects across the oceans, that's game over. And white supremacy knows the truth. If black people around the world unite, the system fails. No more cheap labor, no more resource theft, no more using black people for entitlement while disrespecting black people at the same time. No more controlling the narrative about who black people are. And that's why they work hard to keep us divided through their TVs, their movies, their cartoons, the newspapers, news, even sports. That's why they promote beef between black artists, between countries, between tribes. Because unity means the system ends. And I'm telling you right now that they can't stop you or they can't stop it anymore. I'm not lying. because the youths don't care about the old divisions. Gen Z is mixing African and African American slang. Diaspora kids are learning Swahili and they are learning Yoruba, they are learning Luya, they are learning a lot of languages. They are buying African clothes by choice, not by force. And it's done. Black unity is here. The old system is breaking. The panic you see in the Western media, in governments, in Hollywood, that's not confidence, that's fear. Because they know they can't stop it, okay? They can't stop it. So Grandrising, my kings and queens, stay proud, you know? Stay united, that's what you need. Stay powerful, okay? Thank you so much for watching my videos. Make sure you like, comment, share this message. And always, Black power, Black unity, and Black freedom, okay? This is the Kenyan Beast. I'm out.